Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review. I'm here today to talk to you about the CW Sweet Valley High reboot is no more. According to that of comicbook.com, supposedly back in July of this year, they have reported that the show is no longer in development at the CW, but the CBS, who owns the CW, and Paramount, they are trying to look for another place to put this. Most likely, it probably just won't happen. The premise of this new series is supposed to be a little bit darker than before, from the creators of Gossip Girls and stuff. Apparently, what it is that the city which they live in, it's a place everybody wants to live, but some dark stuff starts happening. Now, what is it? Elizabeth Wakefield still lives there, but then her twin sister, Jessica, returns for some odd reason. And there's a new girl in town named Enid. Now, if you remember, Enid is the best friend of Elizabeth, from like the older TV show and books and stuff. She comes into town and tries to get the girls to like work together to figure out, what's going on that's like crazy going on in their city and stuff. It would have been an interesting premise. I'm curious to know what the cast would have looked like. I'm curious to know how dark it would have been. Because the books actually get pretty freaking dark from what I've heard and stuff. Unlike the older show that was out in the 90s. But in a good way, this is kind of a good thing. Because at least they won't crap on like the original. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? Maybe it could have been something cool. Now, still in development is the live action Powerpuff Girls reboot and also the female-led Zorro show. But there's no word on that since they talked about still it being in development. I have no idea if it really is or not. As I've told you a long time ago, I think Chloe Bennett was going to play Blossom in the Powerpuff Girls reboot, but she dropped out for whatever reason. And they still haven't recast that role yet. And there still has been no word on that whatsoever. As for the female Zorro, still, once again, no word, no nothing. And the female is Zorro thing, I know a lot of people going crazy over that. But you gotta stop and think if there's a show you remember called Queen of Swords, which was basically a female-led Zorro type show, and it was awesome, but it got canceled after one season because the people who own Zorro did not okay that, and they had it got pulled from the air. So yeah, I don't know, a modern day Zorro, that would be kind of weird looking. It'd be better set back in the old days, but hey, who knows, you know what I'm saying? There's a good chance none of these shows will probably come to light. If they do, the CW. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.